Tell us a little bit about why you're here today.
Well, I was lucky enough to be the first customer to come through the door and get a prescription. And with me, I brought a list of my medications. I have 2 incurable diseases currently, and also I'm on Medicare. So what I learned from Hillary was what we can do with a cash prescription doesn't go on my Medicare. So by her taking on a couple of my medications, which happened to be cheaper than I was getting through a copay in another pharmacy, I saved money. Plus it didn't hit my Medicare, and I never hit the donut hole, which is great for somebody that's on Medicare.
What are some other things that not only brought you here but kept you here as a client?
Classes. They have classes. I've taken the tincture class. I've removed 2 of my medications because of making natural tinctures with the herbs that I purchased here.
What are some, can you go into maybe specifics of like what you've done with the herbs and what like some of the stuff you've gotten from here and what you've done with it?
Yes, I take the herbs that are good for anti-inflammatory, and then what I do is after my wonderful tincture class here, I go home and put that in a jar, and it goes in a jar with the other ingredients and with some vodka, which always is wonderful. And it has to sit for 4 to 6 weeks. And you have to tumble it every day. And then it gets strained and put into these, I have these little 4-ounce jars that I buy with droppers, and then I take it as a dropper. And 2 dropperfuls a day, and I'm no longer on an anti-inflammatory.
Describe your life prior to having found Apothecary Company and compare
Sure.
it to now.
Okay. So before I found Apothecary and Company, I was on a ton of medications and supplements. When I found Apothecary, I was able to go off of some of my medications because of the tinctures, and then also change up some of my supplements. So they've helped me with my prescriptions. They've helped me lower the cost of my prescriptions, never throw me in the donut hole, and also get me the natural help that I need.
Specifically, tell me what you think about Hillary and Sarah. Don't worry, they're not listening.
I love Hillary and Sarah. I do. I love them. I can message them. I can call them. And with these crazy fluky questions that I have, and get a good answer all the way right back, or let me research that. They're always checking up some stuff on me. I love to experiment with the herbs and the tinctures and teas. So if I have a question, how is this going to react with my medication, I can call, I can ask, and get an answer.
And finally, what would you say, what advice would you give to somebody, a new client who maybe hasn't used Apothecary, is just finding out about them? What kind of advice would you give to a person like that?
I highly recommend anyone that's on any medication, bring your list here. Bring it here, let them go over it. See if they can save you money, and if you're on Medicare, see what, even if it costs you the same at a different pharmacy, get it here because it comes off of your Medicare, and then it never throws you in the donut hole. You have that chance of not being thrown in the donut hole. What costs you more money? Take the classes. They have great classes here. And just come and sit down, enjoy, looking up, get a book and look up the herbs, enjoy the atmosphere here. It's great. It really is. It's very welcoming.